Hey players, welcome back to KT Gaming, your ultimate source for all things gaming and tech. Today I'm diving into the world of high-speed crashes and wild car combat with the newly announced FlatOut VR. It's coming to PSVR 2, Steam VR, and Quest 2 and 3, and the thrill factor is through the roof. I'll cover everything from gameplay to story, maps, and what you could expect when it launches. So without further ado, let's hit the road, shall we? For those unfamiliar, FlatOut is a legendary series known for its insane vehicular chaos and smash-up action. It first debuted back in 2004 and quickly gained a fanbase for its high-speed racing, detailed crash physics, and unique stunt-based minigames. Over the years, FlatOut games have gone through various iterations, but now the franchise is making a grand return with FlatOut VR, taking its signature destruction to an immersive virtual reality setting. Now, let's talk platforms. FlatOut VR will be available on PlayStation VR 2, Steam VR, and MetaQuest 2 and 3. Each of these platforms is primed for an immersive experience, but it's the VR 2 that promises to maximize the visual fidelity with its OLED display, adaptive triggers, and haptic feedback. Imagine feeling every jolt and slam as you smash your car through debris, truly enhancing the chaos. Moving into the gameplay, FlatOut VR keeps its signature mayhem and adrenaline-pumping action intact, but takes it to the next level with VR immersion. From what we know, the core mechanics will retain the classic blend of racing and destruction. Players can look forward to rampaging down tracks, causing as much havoc as possible, by smashing into opponents and launching them off the road. The VR perspective intensifies the experience, as you'll be in the driver's seat. Literally, you'll see debris flying at you, feel the rumble as you crash through obstacles, and get an adrenaline rush as you barely dodge an oncoming car. The VR environment adds a fresh layer to the franchise's classic elements, promising more intense interactions with the environment and other racers. So what about the story? While FlatOut games have traditionally focused on gameplay rather than storylines, FlatOut VR is rumored to add a bit of narrative spice. According to Push Square, there may be a loose story mode involving different characters, each with their own motivations and backstories, giving players a reason to root for or despise the competition. Rather than following a deep, complex plot, FlatOut VR will likely offer simple yet engaging character rivalries and goals, giving players a sense of purpose beyond just finishing first. Now onto the maps and environments. A FlatOut game wouldn't be complete without a diverse set of destructible tracks. FlatOut VR is set to bring back some of the classic environments fans love, but with VR enhancements. We're talking about rural back roads, construction sites, and city streets, each filled with objects you can crash through or use to your advantage. Since VR allows for 360-degree views, players will get to experience each environment from a fully immersive perspective, catching details and interactive elements they might miss in a standard play. You'll notice the smoke, dirt, and even fragments from other cars scattered on the track. This extra layer of environmental detail will make each race a visceral experience. In terms of vehicles, FlatOut VR won't disappoint. There's expected to be a range of vehicles, each with different stats and handling characteristics to suit varying playstyles. Whether you want a nimble, fast car to weave in and out of traffic, or a heavier tank-like beast to plow through obstacles, there's something here for everyone. Although specific customization details are still under wraps, fans are hopeful for a VR-enhanced customization. Imagine being able to look around the vehicle, check out various mods, and even apply them in an interactive setting. With VR, vehicle customization could become a hands-on process. Of course, no FlatOut game would be complete without its iconic stunt mode. In previous games, this mode had players launch their drivers from the car to score points in a series of crazy minigames. FlatOut VR brings that back in a big way, but now you'll feel like you're right there in the action. The developers hinted that players can expect some classic stunts, like high jumps and target smashing, but now you'll experience it from a first-person perspective, adding a new level of excitement, and maybe even a little VR-induced adrenaline. Multiplayer in FlatOut VR is likely to be an absolute blast. With VR racing against friends online takes on a whole new level of excitement. Not only will you be competing head to head, but you'll also be able to see their every movement in VR, making for some intense rivalries and epic crash moments. Imagine being able to look over your shoulder to see a friend's car closing in, or catching a glimpse of a massive wreck happening right beside you. It's an experience only VR can provide. Whether or not there will be a party mode, where you and your friends can compete in stunt-based challenges, hasn't been confirmed, but it would fit right in with the VR experience. Graphics are a massive part of any VR experience, and FlatOut VR is shaping up to deliver a visually stunning world. Leveraging the power of the PSVR 2, FlatOut VR is set to bring impressive visual fidelity, especially in how it handles crashes and destruction physics. According to IGN, we could expect highly detailed car models, realistic environments, and dynamic weather conditions. Imagine tearing through a track in the rain, with droplets streaming down the windshield, or racing under the sun and feeling the brightness glare off your vehicle's hood. The visuals will add to the immersion, making each race feel hyper-realistic. FlatOut VR is shaping up to be an exciting, chaotic, and immersive experience, combining all the elements fans love with the intense engagement of VR. Whether you're into high-speed racing, destructive action, or stunt-based challenges, there seems to be something here for everyone. With its release on PSVR 2, Steam VR, and Quest 2 and 3, it's accessible to a broad audience. Now players, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions down below on this game. What do you want to see most? The stunt-based challenges, destructive action, or the high-speed racing? For me guys, it's everything. Like, I love the destruction in some games like Need for Speed or even Gran Turismo. It has a tiny bit, not as much as more so racing, but still guys, like I love every single component that this game will offer. And in VR, that makes it like 10 times more immersive. Like you really feel like you're there witnessing a crash happen like right in front of you. Oh my god, that dude just crashed right in front of me. This game is fire. But yeah guys, let me know what you think down below. And as always guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more updates on all things FlatOut VR, gaming, and tech. Now players, I really appreciate all your support, and I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Peace out.